the Gould Mine podcast.
What advice would you give them if they are just getting started with alternative investments, real estate syndications, funds, all that good stuff? What are the things they should be looking for and looking out for as they kind of enter this field?
Yes, really good question. So I would say first figure out what your goals are and find an asset class that's great for their goals. So I do, if you guys are interested, I have a recording. If you go to freedomin3.com, it's the number 3, freedomin3.com. I have a 3-part mini series and it talks about exactly that, how to get started in passive investing. So I talk about writing down your goals and your vision. And then we go through 15 ways to make money in real estate, some of them active, some of them passive. Because you remember I said I went to all the coaching at Rich Dad University. So I tried all the things. So I have all the information. So, and we go through that. And then when you find okay, these are the 3 things that I want to invest in, then put together a due diligence checklist for yourself and practice, not when you're about to invest, but practice doing due diligence. So say, okay, hotels, I want hotels in my portfolio. They match all my goals. So then you would take a couple of Danny's deals. You have your due diligence checklist, which I have when I give in that 3-day series, that recording. So you take your checklist and you practice on some of Danny's deals. You run through and you do your due diligence. And then you're like, you know what? Danny seems great. Then what I do is I have a private investigator. Toltec is the name of the company. And I hire a private investigator.
I love that.
And then they do, because you can do a background check, but you can only get so far as an individual, right? And so Danny and his partners, Sarah and her partners, have a private investigator dig up anything they can over the last 20 years. This guy goes back 20 years and he pulls up stuff. And some of it, it would be easy for you to find, some of it not. Were they arrested 15 years ago? Do they have, tax liens on their company or whatever it is?
Right.
And so, have your due diligence process and go through it every time. Every time. And so I learned that the hard way. I was like, I'm pretty good at this. I can kind of feel people out. And then I was about to invest with someone and I was like, I had my private investigator investigate on them and they have been arrested 3 times. And I was like, wow, okay. Once is maybe something happened, but 3 times. And, I had all the reasons. And I was like, I am not going to give you my money.
Yeah.
But then, figure out your goals, be really clear with yourself on goals, find what passive investments, because there's a ton out there, right? Art, litigation, oil and gas, real estate, find what matches your goals, create a due diligence checklist for yourself, do it every time, practice. And so then when you see something you like, you're ready to go and you're not just kind of winging it. That would be my advice.